guys, welcome to something that's a little on the strange side. So a lot of my Bless Unleashed recently has been a bunch of like streams just chopped up. But this time I wanted to kind of take a moment and I want to start going through some of the characters and kind of breaking them down. Um, I don't know if anybody's really done this before, but you know, this game is so in depth that to really start figuring out what kind of characters or what the characters are like or anything like that, you know, you kind of need to break them down. So you know, for starters, if you guys have seen any of my Bless Unleashed videos in the playlist, you guys know that the Ranger is my choice through and through. I absolutely love the Ranger. And you know, a lot of it comes from the fact that the Ranger is very agile. You know, you have a lot of movement. You can really kind of move around the battlefield, do what you need to do without worrying about a lot of hits. You know, you have a lot of your attacks or escapes, you know, such as this. It's more of an escape over anything. You have a lot of DPS with some pretty decent stun capability, like knockback. And her combos, I say her because my character is a female, but the combos just feel right. It feels good. And the best part is, not so much on the first blessing, but more so on the second blessing. She has a lot of crowd control. So, you know, if you have a group, Wasteland Lion and, you know, all that fun stuff, you have a group here, I can essentially do two abilities, both of which damage multiple enemies, making it very easy to do some pretty decent crowd control. And I mean, you saw these are level 15s, and I'm taking them down pretty quickly, usually about two abilities and a little bit of my combo. The biggest downfall of the Ranger is the quiver. If you see down there, I have 55 arrows in my quiver. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, I have 55 arrows in my quiver, and that's one of the biggest downfalls, because you're sitting here, you're trying to, you know, take on either a boss, or you're trying to take on multiple little creatures all at the same time, and it's very difficult to be able to actually do long-term damage to target. So I mean, overall, not bad. If I had to rank the Ranger at all, like difficulty wise, I would rank the Ranger anywhere from the easy to play to the medium to play category. The one big thing that I've noticed is when facing bosses, if you don't have a tank, or if you're in an instance or something like that, she has very low HP. So it makes it a lot more difficult to manage long-term battles because of that lower HP. Oh goody, the servers are going down for maintenance just as I start recording. So you know, she's very, very solid as a character. Like I said, I'd say anywhere from the easy to the medium difficulty. And the equipment as well is very easily grabbed, and I'm quite glad in one of their most recent patches, they made it so, you saw it over here, they made it so that you can find wood and all that in the wilderness a little bit easier, and that makes doing shaping, which is what you need for the Ranger here, you need to do the shaping skill, makes doing shaping a whole heck of a lot easier. See, you can, I already have Oh, I can make, well, I can't make that. I don't have the leather scraps, but I could make better gauntlets. I didn't even realize. And better shoulder pads. Jeez. I didn't even realize I could make this stuff. But yeah, as you can see, like, thin branches are needed for a lot of the stuff. And so being able to collect that materials, leather scraps and thin branches are your best friend when it comes to needing to craft anything for the ranger. Where is reputation? As you can see, I'm kind of leveling all of them as I go. And keep in mind, this is still the open beta. So it's not, there could be balancing by the time the full release comes out. But overall, Ranger is a very, very strong choice of character, which is really good because in the closed beta prior to this, the Ranger was very weak and it did not have a lot of DPS potential. So seeing this change and seeing this ability to actually do some damage with her is a heck of a lot better. You know, if you guys have seen any of my videos, you guys will know that I had the the worst time, boom, just like that. I had the worst time trying to beat the Geistwarden, the first instance boss. To start getting key fragments. For those of you who don't know, you need to get key fragments to get different blessings and all that other nonsense. I had the worst time. I could not do it for the life of me, no matter how much I tried. Thanks to some balancing, the Ranger is now a viable and reasonable character to choose, and actually one of probably the easier characters to choose if you wanted to start out in Blessed Unleashed. So, I guess, where is, yeah, skills. So, I'm using the Mark of the Wolf. I haven't even started using Lionheart Legacy, but, you know, the Erupting Arrow is a really good skill. I use this a lot. It actually does a little bit of CC. If you have a group of enemies, it will actually come down and explode. As you can see in the whole thing, it actually explodes and it does damage in a group. And then the parting shot is just like the parting shot for here, where you kind of just jump back and, you know, that's the whole experience of it, you know. The arrow rain, you guys saw it rains arrows down in a area, and then the lightning area is really cool because I shoot arrows and then it kind of breaks apart and does area effects within that specific area. So really good CC, really good DPS, and just overall a very, very reliable choice. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this to be helpful in at least some sense. I will be trying to get through all of the characters here within the next week or so. So keep track of that. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see all of you guys next time. Bye, guys!